Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to cover the Uses and Sources tab in the ARGUS multifamily model. The first column is Uses and Sources at closing, which we already filled in the Input tab. The Uses and Sources tab not only shows the sources and uses at closing, but also shows how the operating shortfall is financed. There's a toggle in the top left corner where you can choose how you would like to fund the operating shortfall after closing. 0 stands for reserve and 1 stands for debt and equity. Let's choose equity and debt financing for now. There are two types of debt financing, senior loan and mezzanine. Let's say 60% of the operating shortfall will be financed by senior loan, and the other 10% of the operating shortfall will be financed by mezzanine. General partner will contribute 10% of the total equity, and the limited partner will contribute 90% of the total equity. Let's go to the monthly cash flow summary tab. We can see most of the reserve is drawn to offset operating shortfall in the first month, so 0 debt and equity financing is needed in the first month. Reserve is used up in the second month, and then equity and debt financing come in. It is important to keep in mind that additional equity and debt financing only comes into play after the initial reserve is used up. Now let's switch to the reserve toggle. The first thing we need to do is to clear up the assumptions for the debt and equity funding. Go to the monthly cash flow tab. We can see the monthly cash flow is negative now. Go back to the Input tab. Let's increase the total reserve in the Input tab to $3.7 million. Go to the monthly cash flow tab. We can see that the negative monthly total cash flow is gone now. Go back to the Input tab. Click the Fix Everything button again. Now it says everything looks okay. Click OK. For illustration purposes, I assume that I have an urgent roof repairment of $400,000 for the month 33 during the holding period. We'll see that month 33 cash flow turns negative. Let's click the Fix Everything button. The computer can help us to calculate how much funds we need to deposit into the reserve to cover the roof repairment. There's a window saying there are negative cash flows. Then I click the Calculate Future Reserve Deposits button. It will calculate reserve deposits for me automatically. Now it says everything looks good again. Then click OK. Then go back to the monthly cash flow summary tab. I can see that there are a series of deposits into the reserve from the month 24 to month 32. These deposits are used to fund the roof repairment in month 33, leaving the reserve empty after month 33. Going to the Tenant Monthly tab, we can see the reserve deposit is calculated by the computer from the month 24 to month 32. We put the roof repairment in the monthly cash flow summary tab for illustration purposes only. It is recommended to input all the expenses in the Input tab. Let's delete the roof repairment here. Going back to the Uses and Sources tab, the last row here is designed to check whether the total sources equal the total uses. If they are the same, it will say OK here. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.